Hello and welcome to an update of my 30-gallon bin. I know I don't often show this bin, but there are a lot of people who keep their worms in old containers that they made into worm bins. This is just such a container. It used to be clear and I just taped some black tape around it. I could have just as easily painted it. Just make sure that it's not clear. Worms do not like a see-through environment. And then I keep it covered with this bubble wrap. Now, I used to have it covered with newspaper, and I adjusted it because the heater's been working and the newspaper dries out and the material dries out just a little bit too much for my liking. So you see me once in a while, if you've been following me, that I adjust the way I keep my worm bins according to what I see inside. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because what might work in the summer may not work in the winter. So if you remember, about 4 months ago, I did a harvest and I put a new bedding, and you can see the bedding was like literally up to here. And look what happened in 4 months. The volume went down, of course. This is a lot of castings now. And before you know it, we have to harvest again. So I like to turn the material slightly over to make sure that I got some air at the bottom. And now I think I fed in both places. The reason I marked both places is so that I remember that there was still food left here and there. But here are my little babies, right? So, yeah, this stuff is looking pretty composted. And I may look into having to do another harvest real soon. Wormies. You can see as I lift up the material that I never have any standing liquid at the bottom. I don't have any holes, any drainage holes here. I think that if you run your bin well, the material can be really nice and moist. As a matter of fact, this material is even wetter than I typically keep it because I adjusted the way I keep my material now, because the worms seem to like a slightly wetter material. And then as I prepare it for harvest, I will let the side with the castings dry out a bit while feeding the opposite side. So here is, wormies are doing their thing, lots and lots of them all throughout here in the middle section. Very nice. Yes, they don't like to be disturbed, but anybody who keeps worms knows we love messing around with our worms, right? So I'm thinking we'll just lay down some, get off the glove, little guy. Just doesn't want to. Okay, let me get him off the glove and I'll feed them out. So all I did here was I laid down some dry bedding, lots of nice kitchen waste for them, which is plenty moist. I'm going to saturate that bedding in no time at all, and some pulverized eggshell for grit. You don't have to add grit every time you feed, but I do recommend adding it once in a while. The worms need it. And then I just cover it up so there's no smells. Just look how beautiful this stuff is. I'm thinking that when the level of the material that's actually here gets just a little bit higher, then I will stop giving it bedding and let the worms just work over what they have and get it prepared for another harvest. It's amazing how quickly we go from harvest to harvest. These guys work fast. And that's it. So they've been fed, they're happy. The stuff looks really great. And I'm going to leave them alone. No more messing with these guys. At least for a week. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time.